So what happens if something happens to you? Do you have instructions to your loved ones, a will, a family trust, anything? If you're leaving your heirs to figure out where everything is, they're not going to like that too much. Mike E. joins us now. He's an estate planning law attorney. Mike, nice to have you here today.
Yeah, thank you.
So I have a buddy who lives in the Bay Area. He's got a property in he's got a house. He's got property in Tennessee, a boat. He's got some money in the bank. Now, he has nothing on paper. So should he have something on paper? Would a will cover that? And what if he doesn't and something happens to him?
Yes, definitely get something in place. In California, normally you need a living trust. Otherwise, if you just have a will, someone has to still take that will to court, go through probate. So yeah, definitely your friend should meet with attorney and get something going.
So what happens if he doesn't do that? And something happens to him? Does that money all go into the general California fund?
A lot of people think that, but yeah, so the state would get involved and then someone would have to be appointed to be executor. It would normally just go to his closely living relatives. A lot of times, he might not want that. He probably has someone else that he prefers. So then, yeah, the state has default rules where it goes.
Okay. So what about people who have a will? Would they also need a trust? What's the difference between the two?
That's a great question. Yes, a lot of times I get that question. So if you just have a will and you own real property, a lot of times you still would have to go to court to get that will appointed, executor and run through the system. So yeah, you still would have to go to court with just a will.
What do you say to people who say, I'll get to it? Does it depend on what their situation is, whether they have a family or don't? And people who kind of put it off.
Yeah, there's never really a perfect time to get it done. Life is constantly changing, whether you're adding assets. I always recommend just meeting with an attorney, getting something going, get in place. You can always make changes down the road. So there's never like a perfect time where you want to do it.
So let's just say you're a working person, you rent an apartment, you have a car, you maybe a couple of bucks in the bank. Is that someone who needs a will and a trust? Or does it depend on that you own more stuff?
It depends. A lot of times I start with someone has real property. That's a good starting place. But also if you have like minor children, you also want to get a will because you can appoint like a guardian who'd help raise them. That's very important to people. But yeah, if you just have bank accounts, a lot of times you can name a beneficiary on those accounts and that would suffice in some circumstances.
You mentioned California probate and that it's expensive and your business will be out in public.
Oh yeah.
So even if you have a will and a trust, does it still go to probate just to sign off?
No, if you have a trust, then that's private. So a lot of times, then yeah, no one has to go to court. You can do that all privately. So that's why a lot of times people prefer a trust.
Okay, Mike Yee, we appreciate you coming in. There's a lot of people dragging their feet. May need to get on that no matter what your status is. Mike Yee, thank you for coming in today.
Appreciate it. Well, thank you.